at the bottom right position, here on Gold Rush for game number 1, we have none other than the Cheese King himself, Mr. Michael.
And in the 9 o'clock position, you have the Blue Terran Sawyer, famous old school Polish player.
Indeed, he is. Alright, I'm actually just going to put him as the Cheese King on my overlay instead of Michael. I don't think he even uses the Michael ID anymore, he just calls himself Cheese King anywhere, which I think is a far superior name, especially since it is in all caps.
It's funny because actually he is the Cheese King, whereas usually people do like an opposite kind of name to throw people off, but he's just going for it.
Well, see, because he knows that people would expect a player called the Cheese King to not cheese, so he's doing the double mind games.
It's not a 5 pill though, surprisingly.
Well, of course it's not a 5 pool, because, you see, he's not the Cheese Prince, he's the Cheese King. The 5 pool is the domain of Tai 2, the Cheese Prince, and it looks like Cheese King is actually just going to go 12 hatch, which is decidedly non-cheesy for me, but, I mean, I'll trust his judgment.
Yeah, he doesn't even have his hatchery in like one of the back expansions, so it's like completely standard. What is he doing? It's crazy.
He's actually taking the mind games to the next level. Alright,
Oh, he has got a scout in the back way though. I love seeing this.
Do you know if the scouting distance is the same as if you were to go through the middle of the map if you do this?
Well, if you scout to 12 o'clock first, then it's easier to just not go through the back way. But if you're doing to 9 o'clock, then you go through the back way. But most people scout, from what I've seen on like pro games, to the base that's closest without going the back way first. For some reason, as Zerg anyway.
Very interesting. By the way, guys,
The
there is...
SCV is not moving. Scouting SCV.
Wait, do you think Sawyer actually doesn't know where the spawn locations are? He's like, wait a minute, where am I supposed to go on this map?
Unless there's something crazy about to happen. I'm not sure what he's doing.
Oh, proxy starport?
He's just gonna take this as a command center base here.
Proxy command center? Wait, no, he actually
Next
doesn't
level
know...
on the Cheese King.
He doesn't know the pathing. Look, he can't figure out where the main is. He's like, wait a minute, where am I going?
Wait, he's never played this map before. He doesn't know where the bases are at all, because that's not even close.
Oh my god, look at this CP! He's like, wait, guys, hello? He's looking for somebody to ask. He's like looking for an overlord. He's like, hello, can you direct me to where the spawn locations are on this map? Oh, he finally found it.
He's got a macro hatchery at the front. That's very strange, and ZVT.
Well, his drone scouted the factory though, right? So I guess that blocks the vulture run by.
Yeah.
It's pretty legit. IMO. Yeah, and guys, if there is a poll being operated by the good old Moobot in the chat, so if you believe Michael will win this match, then you can type !Michael, and if you believe Sawyer will win, type !Sawyer. And yeah, we can see the results of that, which will have absolutely no impact on the series whatsoever. But it'll be awesome. It'll be cool to see who has more fans.
Oh god, look at this little Zerglin working its way on the egg already. It's gonna take a long time though.
Oh, yes, indeed. That is very optimistic. I love how it actually the HP goes down once every 2 attacks. I've actually talked about this before, but this is actually a perfect example. Sorry?
Yeah, it does. You're right. It's strange, isn't it?
It's actually because even though you can only see like whole numbers of HP, Broodor actually calculates HP to 1 decimal place. So since the Zergling is actually only doing is doing less than 1 damage, it actually counts it as like a fractional damage. So he's actually literally doing half a point of damage per attack. And that's why it shows like that. It's pretty interesting.
This vulture just tried to snipe some drones, but it was barely out of range. And now it's gonna get cleaned up by the Zerglings.
Oh man, he's got no space to move, and I don't think he was even paying attention. But the first Wraith is out as well. Sawyer actually doing the doing the, I guess the fast starport opening, very similar to what Koget in fact does in TBZ, which is very interesting, of course. Both Polish Terran players. Wonder if he's somewhat inspired by Koget, or if this is just his own thing.
Yep, and it looks like Cheese King has decided not to go for the early Spire and is just going to defend with 2 Hydralisks and make drones and get a fast third here at 3 o'clock.
Huh. Is he just not scared of the dropship that's coming in? I mean, because after one raid, if it's not 2-4 raid, that has to be dropship, right?
Yeah, it's almost always dropship in these kind of positions as well, so you would expect it, and you're probably just going to put like 4 Hydras and you're main for it, and you're going to be fine, so safe to make drones really.
Seems
So the vultures are running by in the natural and they pick up a drone.
They do indeed, but the Sunken Colony is going to scare them away, and they're going to get pushed back. Oh man, they're actually now stuck between Lings and Hydras. Rip vultures.
He does actually get out though, incredibly. And they get a drone. No.
Alright,
He is getting an expansion behind here though. So he should be fine.
This is some pretty ineffective harassment though, wouldn't you say?
The dropship's on its way though, so it might get something done because it looks like he doesn't have his Hydras actually waiting in his main for it.
Now, Sawyer actually doesn't know that the back expansion is taken, right? And even if he did, actually, I guess since there's nothing there besides the hatchery, there's not much for vultures to do. So he's coming in right now. All the Hydras are actually going through the bottom left of the map. The Lings are working the eggs in the back of Sawyer's base. This could actually be bad for both of them because the vultures can actually kill a lot of drones. But if Sawyer doesn't see this coming, he could just have like a billion Hydras in the back of his base pretty soon. And here come the vultures. Creep Colony is morphing, but it's not going to be in time to save these drones at the moment.
God, he has no defenses for the back door, and the Zerg is almost breaking through. So even if these 2 vultures kill almost everything, it's potentially not even going to matter.
Here we go, the pseudo base race coming in here. There's 3 mines in the way. He can easily clear that just suiciding a few of the Zerglings. The last egg is going to break here. The Cheese King busting in through the back door, and there we go, leading the way with the Lings. He did see the mines being laid. And how the hell did that Ling not die to that mine? What the?
Yeah, after the Ling is moving, it actually takes 2 mine hits to kill a Zerglin.
Really?
It's kind of like Reaper shots. If you're running away from it, it does like half damage or something.
Wow, that's actually really tough. Freaking Zerg, man. It's so OP.
Oh, here comes the Marines and the SCVs. Can they hold? I don't know if it's going to be enough though.
The thing is, Marine Medic is actually not terrible against Hydralisks, but there's no medics here, and it doesn't seem that they even have any upgrades yet. The mass SCV is just coming off the line to stop these Hydras. This is actually ridiculous. The Marine's actually getting shredded without medic support. The SCV is getting taken down here. Unfortunately, these are Hydras and not Dragoons, so the SCVs are not that effective. If these were Dragoons, the SCVs would have just killed all of them, I'm sure. But nice control here from Cheese King. He's now super far up in supply. It looks like the vultures in the main were actually cleared out by some Hydras, so he's back to mining in his main base. And there is a bunker at the back, but Hydras actually bunker bust pretty effectively as well.
Yeah, Cheese King living up to his name here, just going for the easy one with the back door in this space. This map, even as you would expect, really. That's what I do in this map as well.
I know that. Oh my god, I've experienced that firsthand.
Oh god, he lost his academy, so he has to build a new one to make medics now. So he's gonna have even more delay on the medics.
He's actually completely supply blocked, so he can't even make units. So even if he got the academy up, he wouldn't be able to do it. The dropship actually, stopping by an overlord, is turning into the base now. Doesn't realize that the back expansion is vulnerable. Michael making the Sun Colony there. Now the main command center is actually lifted, but a siege tank behind the bunker is going to cause these Hydras to actually bug out and stop shooting. That's what happens when you are on hold position.
There's 2 vultures in the Zerg's main again here, but it doesn't look like they're going to get anything done because there is a Sunken in the main.
Yeah, I think he picked up the dropship as well, right? I don't see it flying back.
Yeah, the dropship died to the Hydras. But there's more Hydras. Oh wait, actually they're killing the assimilator to stop the back door now, which is very strange to me.
Huh. I mean, I guess he figures since the bunker and siege tank are there, there's not much more he can do this way. So he might as well kill it and stop himself from getting backdoored. And he can even take the bottom left expansion in the back, I guess.
But there is 2 bunkers on the front, and that's the way he's now going with his Hydra army. Which there is 11 Hydras.
There's one more siege tank coming out. This siege tank is actually going to be the key to the defense. If
Oh god, the bunkers are empty.
oh yeah, this is a replay. I forgot. We can actually see what's in the bunkers, the fake out bunkers.
And there's another group of Hydras on their way. So if he just goes now, I think Terran dies, but he might just assume that there's defenses and not go.
Yeah, it is pretty difficult to attack into sieged tanks, but the SCV also actually sees the Hydras moving up, so you can see all the medic marine coming back here. Does he actually know that the back assimilators were killed yet? Has he scouted that? I don't think he has.
No, I don't think he has actually, and he doesn't even have anything down there to scout anything coming in. But there is a Queen's Nest now, and he might go Hydra Queen here and go for the Broodlings on the tank and go for the bust.
Ooh, that's fancy. I don't see Broodling being researched though. But there's also
Yeah,
no
no
Hydra.
Hive either.
Huh. I guess.
But you do need Queen energy actually.
Yeah.
So you can actually save up some Queen energy and then start researching Broodling, and you'll get it in time for when you have 150 energy on your Queens.
Yes,
But
indeed.
he's not making Queens either.
Yeah, I was just clicking all the eggs. I don't see any. He's chilling by these exploded bunkers, the sunken bunkers in the sand in the middle. Oh wait, these are the eyes, the skull eyes. Man, that's so cool.
Skull Desert. Greatest map of all time.
No, not you.
Oh wait, he's got loads of lurkers spawned.
Ooh,
It looks like he's moving out as well. He might be going for the bust now.
I can't believe Kix has infected you, and now you think that this is a good map. Not like this.
It is actually a really fun map. I don't know if it's a balanced map or what, because we haven't seen that many games on it, right? But it is really fun just doing all the backdoor shenanigans.
Seems good to me. And it seems like Sawyer wants to move out. Little does he know there's a gigantic Hydra Lurker army waiting just outside of his vision. By the way, I love the vision that Cheese King has on the minimap. He's got dudes everywhere. And here we go, gonna have a big fight. The Lurkers are gonna move in. Hydra's coming in from the top. The Hydra Lurker composition so brutally strong in the mid game. Nice D-Matrix on the lead tank, but it doesn't even matter. Some of the damage goes through, and the tank falls straight away. Look at Cheese King just mowing down the army here. It doesn't even need the Lurkers. +1 range attack is finished for him. No upgrades actually +1 infantry weapons is done, but no upgrade on attacks. And he picks off the science vessel as well, very crucially.
Yeah, Terran's lost his entire army here. All he has is these 2 bunkers and a group of Marines to his name to hold this attack here. But it looks like Cheese King is not going to push in any further. And he's just going to take a 4th base at 6 o'clock here.
Yes, indeed. He is also finally getting the Hive, and I still don't see a Queen or Queen upgrade, so I guess he just delayed the Hive a little bit, couldn't afford it. But yeah, he's getting this 4th base kind of towards the Terran, but it's fine, because this is effectively like a pseudo island, I guess. Although I guess he has ground access to it, so it's a really nice base for him. He's got Hydras at the top right, he's got Overlords just checking out the top left, making sure there's no hidden expansions, he's got plenty of vision. I'm actually going to turn off Sawyer's vision for a second. Just look at the minimap. Like, Cheese King has basically every single base scouted. He's got plenty of vision in the middle as well. Whereas Sawyer sees pretty much nothing. He just scans the main, actually, sees the Hive finished, and that's all the vision he has.
Yeah, it's really impressive Overlord position, and you can see he's just completely surrounded his base of Overlords. And he's got his Hydra's positioned here to potentially do some sort of strange backstab on what should be Sawyer's 3rd, but he hasn't taken it.
I wonder if he realizes like he can try and send some units through and kill the top right. Wow, there's actually a bunch of Hydras just hugging each other at that top position. It looks so funny. A little bit of clumping going on here. The Protoss player in me is just aching to storm that group of Hydras right now, but sadly Terran does not have access to such things.
He could irradiate the middle one, and that would be devastating if he doesn't check, but he has finished his Defiler mound now, so he might just build Defilers and go for the Swarm push,
Does
which I think is unstoppable right now.
Do you know what radius irradiate splash damage do though? It can't be as big as Storm, is it?
No, it's a little bit smaller than Storm, I believe, but it is actually big enough that it would kill like the middle 6 Hydras or 7 Hydras, and then leave those 2 outside ones alive.
Oh man, big move in, but actually surprisingly Sawyer kills a good portion of Cheese King's army. The 3 tanks standing strong in the back line. A bunch of things actually got into melee range with them, but somehow he managed to keep the tanks alive and is actually now forcing Cheese King back. I cannot believe Sawyer actually held this. I guess this is why in the long run going Hydra Lurker is not super strong. That's why you need to go to the Hive eventually, and he does already have his Consume almost finished here. He's got his Crackling upgrade done, he's getting his melee, his Carapace. He's got 4 bases worth of gas going on, so he is very, very happy. I still don't know what's going on with this group of Hydras at the top left though. I guess he just forgot about them.
I think that he assumed that Sawyer was going to take the 3rd there, and he was just waiting with them there, but since he never took the 3rd, it sort of lost from his train of thought of what he was actually trying to achieve with those Hydras. There are 3 Defilers out now though, and they are consuming Zerglings, and they're going to be on their way to potentially kill his army once again, but he's not paying attention. He's just lost 2 Lurkers for free.
Oh man, and the rest of the army is actually getting baited in by the siege tanks, but here we go, Lurkers coming in from the bottom, almost no medic marine, only siege tanks here. Where are the medic marine? He's building a command center, but he's losing control of the middle here. Sawyer is just losing his army over and over again, unable to get a foothold in the middle of the map. Another nice D-Matrix, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Marines abandoning the siege tank, running back here. Sawyer seems to not realize that he can actually take the top left, but GG, he knows it's over. And Michael takes game number 1. And spawning at the left position as the red Zerg player, we do have the Cheese King, Michael, up 1-0 in this series.
And on the right on this 1v1 map, we have Sawyer in the brown colours, playing Terran.
Alright, so Michael actually going for a non-cheesy build in game number 1. I mean, Crossing Field, though, has plenty of cheeses available, but you can also play like Super Greedy 14cc and stuff.
He hasn't gone for the 5 pill though. He's already got 7 drawn.
Can't 5 pull just win against can't 14cc just win against 5 pull anyway?
Yeah, because SCVs are pretty strong.
They're ridiculously strong.
It looks like there's not going to be an 8 racks either, so we're going to have a nice defensively mindset game at the start here. Oh, 12. No, wait, what?
9 hatch all
That's
in?
an early drone scout.
Wait, maybe he's gonna do the larva build, but in ZVT.
He's going to build a proxy hatchery, you think?
I mean,
He
he's the
might do
Cheese
actually.
King.
Why is it going down here?
He's gonna. Okay, wait, I got it. He's gonna proxy a hatchery at the 6 o'clock, build overlords there, so he can slow drop the back. Boom. I'm a genius.
Okay, is he just scouting for A-Raxes or something? But I don't think you can build down there, so why is it going down the way?
He avoided the SCV scout if he does actually want to build a hatchery somewhere random.
Nice stop there. Is it going to happen? But he's bringing down another drone to expand, so I guess not.
How interesting. And he's not hiding the drone.
Maybe he's going to try and block the 14cc.
Oh, yeah, he sees no barracks. Can he get here in time? I don't think so. Ah, good effort, though. That's curious. Well, I guess now
I
he can
guess
go
that's the
3
timing he was going for.
Sorry?
It
Oh,
must have been the timing he was going for, right?
I
But he just got it wrong.
guess so. I mean, to be fair, his drone actually did stop a little bit outside the natural, so maybe it got caught on something. Like, if he actually hadn't stopped outside the natural, he would have been able to get in here to block. He might actually get the SCV. It's 2 shots.
Oh, but it's in the perfect position.
Oh.
Oh, repair.
fair. Oh. That's actually pretty annoying. And he went for 3 hatch before pool as well. Oh my
Oh,
god.
but there's a early refinery coming here. Well, I suppose it's not that early considering it's CC first.
Yeah, it could still be the +1 racks, or it could be the factory and Starpo build that he went for last game. Although I imagine that's not quite as good on Crossing Field as it is on Gold Rush, due to all those fancy, back pseudo island bases. And
Oh, the drone goes down.
Rip.
He was trying to find the 8 HP SCV, which is on the gas, I think. No, it's not.
It's in like the little concave mineral thing, which makes it hard to target and hard to click, I guess. In the meantime, Marine guy gonna chill on the ramp here. I guess, is this the first SCV scout coming out from Sawyer? So he actually doesn't know it was 3 before pool, but he can probably assume that, right?
Oh, no, he did send an SCV.
Oh,
I
okay.
remember the drone went around it.
Oh yeah, of course.
I don't know what happened to them.
Let me see if any of these drones has a kill. Any of you boys have a kill? Did you guys kill an SCV? No? Nobody? Alright, you guys just vanished. But he's back. He's gonna see the lair timing.
Oh, it's the SCV that has the kill that's scouting as well. It's out for more blood.
Oh man. He's a veteran now of drone killing. Oh, here we go.
Oh, he's going for it.
He's using that bonus experience that he got to level up. Oh my god! Wow.
2 kills. What a hero.
What a hero.
I don't know if
indeed.
it's worth it though, because now he doesn't get the information about is there a Hydra den, which there is actually.
Ooh. Sneaky. Hydra and natural. Sawyer's going for a double factory build though. He got his back gas relatively early. This, by the way, guys, is a reduced gas value. So on the latest version, assuming this is the latest version, it starts with 2,000 gas in the thing rather than 5,000. So it kind of just encourages you to move out a little bit faster. But Sawyer, he's got an academy as well. Is that just for scans, or is he actually going like Biomech, Medic Marine Goliath or something?
And he's got an armory coming.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like he's going for bio. It must just be for scans. Although he doesn't have his first factory in position to make an add-on. So he's not making one out of there and he's just idling that one. I think that might be a small mistake.
I wonder if this is some kind of like 2-base Goliath timing, so some like a semi all-in. I'm pretty sure that's a thing actually, but interestingly, Cheese King is actually suiciding one Overlord to get a complete scout off. Look at this, there's only 3 Marines, and actually no, he's actually moved back. I think he got close enough to see 2 factories making, so he doesn't see the top 2, but seeing 2
Well,
factories...
he did send his other Overlord, the top one in, from the natural downward, so he did see the top left factory with the add-on.
Okay. And either way, seeing 2 factories being built now pretty much gives you all the information you need to know, right? Like, there's no other build that would have a random 2 factories building at this point. So he knows it's some kind of mass factory build, most likely a mass Goliath build. And he's actually taking another base here. This is a good response to Terran Mech, is just to expand a lot. It takes them a while to actually move out, so he knows he has time. And actually, there's a 3rd command center as well. Huh.
Yep, and he's going for the Goliath upgrade, so it does look like it's going to be Goliath spam here, which the Zerg should actually be fine against because he's gone Hydrogen. He has all 4 bases coming up now, so he's going to have a really good macro timing to just spam Hydras against us.
This is actually quite funny because, like, back in the day, Terrans occasionally did go mech straight up against Zerg, but nowadays pretty much nobody does this anymore, right? It's always bio first into the mech switch. Like, have you actually played against any meching Terran players?
I have actually played against quite a few recently on the new maps, but I do find it a lot easier to play against than bio for opening, so I don't really see that there's an advantage to doing it. But he does make 7 mutas here, which I don't know that they're going to get anything done with all these Goliaths. They're already produced here with range as well.
I guess he'll just try and abuse the amount of space that Sawyer has to cover, right, with 3 bases. There are 2 turrets, actually 3 turrets, a 3rd turret going up at the back, 4 turrets even going up at the back, because he knows, with so few Goliaths, it's difficult for him to cover the entire 3 bases, so he needs those extra turrets to defend. Here we go, the mutas are coming in. There are only 7 though, so you can see they're gonna move back a little bit, and Goliath range is finished. Ooh, 1 muta down already.
That is going to hurt him a lot here, and he does have the Muta Carapace on the way, so it looks like he might be gearing up to spam mutas from these 5 potential gas geysers that you can get here.
I mean, going Muta Hydra is pretty standard against pure mech, right? So you get Carapace on the mutas and you get attack on the Hydras, and the mutas kind of run in and tank some shots and maybe snipe some tanks, and the Hydras are the beefiness of your force. Although I think like mass muta is also somewhat viable. But I love how Cheese King is actually expanding like crazy. He's already got finished this 5th base hatchery at the top of the map. So, you know, this is, as I mentioned earlier, a great way to play against mech. You know it's going to take them a long time to build up and move out, so just expand like crazy. It's completely the opposite of Bio, where the early Bio force is extremely scary and you have to be a bit more defensive. But this is actually really cool, and he is making so many mutas that I guess he is just going mass muta.
Yeah, this is starting to look a little bit crazy, which I guess we can come to expect from Cheese King. And he does have these 5 bases that can actually support an incredible amount of mutas, so he could just make this incredible, unstoppable muta cloud that he needs more than Goliaths to counter. And he does have a starport coming, but he doesn't have a science facility on the way.
Although, if Sawyer realizes this is mass muta, he could go Valkyries, right? Because he's already got the armory. So that could be a very effective weapon against the huge clouds of mutas. Although I don't know if you need that if you have a ton of Goliaths at the same time. What's curious to me is he actually still hasn't taken his natural gas. I would have thought going for a mech style like this where you're playing Goliath tank, you need a lot of gas. But looking at the money count, actually, he does have 1,000 gas banked. So I guess he's just spent all his money on turrets and stuff right now.
Yeah, it does look like he might be going Valkyries here, but he's not got his add-on coming. Well, he's going to really need to get something, I think, because I don't think these pure Goliaths are going to quite cut it here. Against 5 base mutas. I'm not sure.
11 mutas coming in. Rip. That's twice that he's flown in and hasn't even shot anything and just loses a muta. Science Facility is coming in now. I just realized, actually, that the other important reason for getting that facility is to get the +2 weapons. Because +1 weapons is actually finished, and his armory is idle now. I think he wants to get +2 weapons rather than just the +1 armor. But you can see, oh, there's a scan. He actually scans the mutaflock. He can see how many muta are making, so now he knows what's going on here. But I mean, what is the response going to be? I mean, I guess once he gets vessels and irradiate, that will help a lot, but that's, again, a little ways away. And while he's just sitting here turtling on his 3 base, Michael is mining from 5 gas right now.
Yeah, oh my god, look at this giant mutaflock flying in now. And he doesn't have the vessels at all ready. He doesn't even have irradiate researching.
Oh man, the mutas coming in. +2 carapace is halfway done, by the way, for these mutas. And here we go, in the back. There are 6 turrets, but when you have a double control group of muta, it doesn't really matter anymore. Goliath's coming down, but they're getting a little bit stuck, actually. Behind all the buildings, there's a major traffic jam going on, and the muta's taking advantage of this. Actually going to pick off a lot of these Goliaths on the edge, but the Goliath range is actually helping them a little bit, even though you can see the top Goliaths are just bugging out like crazy. He's going after the SCVs, a lot of SCVs getting picked off, and now he simply flies away. Very easy move there, and this base layout is actually really hurting Sawyer, just the messy building placement at the bottom of his base.
Oh, and actually now he's starting to remax on Hydras and get the +1 ground attack for them as well.
Yep.
But he doesn't have very many drones on minerals, actually. He's got the 5 gas geysers going, but he doesn't actually have that many drones on minerals.
They are spread out. Hold on, let me actually have a look here. They're spread out on 5 bases, so it looks quite poor, but I guess, like, you know, just under 1 drone per patch on 5 bases, like for a Zerg is a lot of money, because, you know, Zerg being the OP race doesn't need too many workers to mine. They can still make plenty of stuff. And the supplies are quite close now, but I think that's actually more normal when you're playing mech. You know, normally, I think people are used to seeing the Terran player be 20-30 supply ahead at this point. But actually, if you play a mech style like this, it's actually not terrible to be close. And here we go, the first Valkyrie on the field. Oh man, the Mutalisks are moving in. Can they snipe the Valkyrie? They do not. They are taking quite a bit of damage from all of the missiles. Rockets firing from every angle here. Turrets, Goliaths, Valkyries. He is going to focus down one of the Valkyries now. How much damage has he taken? Not too much, actually, thanks to that Carapace bonus. Wait, there's Goliaths in the middle of the map. What the heck? What the? What the?
Yeah, I'm not sure what these guys are doing. They look a bit lost. They were sniping a couple of overlords on their way out, but now they're just going to pay for it with their lives.
Oh man, throwing away a free control group of Goliath. That's so bad. When you play mech, you're supposed to, you know, mass up the unstoppable death ball and roll across the map. But now he just wasted a whole bunch of units. He's still got his 6 factories pumping here. I wonder when he's actually going to move out. Is he just going to wait for an upgrade? Does he have +2? No, he actually finished his vessel, and he's got triple armories, and only one of them is spinning.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to mass up a Valkyrie fleet to try and engage the Mutas, because he's a bit scared of them. And they are actually going to come in again for another round on his back expansion here.
Oh man, this is so annoying. +2 Carapace finish. Take down the eBay. The army is moving out though. Sawyer's just gonna ignore it. He's gonna move out. I guess he's just gonna use his Valkyries and turrets at home. He's got 2 Valkyries and a bunch of turrets at the back base, and he's gonna try and force the Mutalisks back with the mech army moving across the map. There's a lot of Hydras on the field. They have their +1 range attack. +2 range attack should be finished in time for this attack. The supplies are very close, 158 to 150. The Goliath's getting a few pot shots off on the Mutas as they retreat, but only one upgrade, one weapon upgrade done for the mech, but getting a lot of shots off on the Mutas, and actually Michael losing control of his Mutas a little bit.
He's maxing out on Queens now as well, but he's not going to have enough energy on them to do anything for this fight.
Oh man, the fight is happening. Where is the siege mode? The tank siege quite late, but Michael needs to pull back, and this is the mech death ball. After all that harass, Cheese King in this big engagement is not going to be able to come out on top. It's going to be quite close here, but Sawyer actually wipes out the Zerg. I cannot believe it. Look at the sudden supply difference appearing, and 3 macro hatches could potentially die here at this expansion. He's actually gone for the 6 o'clock as well. Meanwhile, Sawyer expands to the top right, but now that the mech ball has been whittled down a lot, it's much more vulnerable here without that critical mass, but still killing more Hydras.
Yeah, these tanks are just murdering all the Hydras. Look, they have 6 kills each on them. And some of the Goliaths even have 6 kills as well.
Wow, this is actually crazy. Now the question is, how fast can Sawyer reinforce them? Remember, he's reinforcing from only 6 factories. Michael will be reinforcing from 1 billion hatcheries. So, you know, will he be able to hold on here? You can see he's already picking off some of the Goliaths here. I can see reinforcements coming down for Sawyer. He actually doesn't realize the 6 o'clock base is here. Meanwhile, the top right base is scouted by an Overlord. Random Valkyrie looks like he's running around scouting, but this base is definitely going to fall. And Michael, who I thought was winning the game easily, is suddenly in an extremely awkward position.
He does have these 11 queens in the bottom left corner though, and they are almost in Gridling energy range. So it is going to come up to them to get all the tanks killed and then potentially come back in this game now.
That could actually be crazy if he just, if he is able to pick off these tanks. I mean, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks at the front, 8, 9 tanks in total once everything gets together. So these queens can go 1 for 1 with the tanks. They can't get all of them. He's actually going to lose maybe a tank not quite at the front due to the Hydras. But the queens need to come soon. What is the energy like? It's at 144. He needs 5 more energy, and he needs to come out with the queens right now. I assume all the queens were built at the same time, but he cannot wait any longer. The queens need to come, or he's just going to lose the game.
He might just die to the Goliaths, though. Even if he kills every single tank with all of his Broodlings, he doesn't actually have a big enough army.
Queens are coming in, Cadenza. Queens coming in from the bottom. Here we go. Where are the Broodlings going to be? He's actually Broodlinging the Goliaths. It was actually the opposite way. Instead of going for the tanks, he went for the Goliaths and made Mutas, and now there's no anti-air. All the Goliaths are dead, so he can freely pick off these siege tanks with his Mutalisks. He's not going for it. He should be going for it, and now more Queens coming in, going for the Broodlings on the tanks. The 2 Valkyries are AFK on the right side, and Michael with the last second hold, but it cost him an expansion and 3 of his hatcheries.
Wow, incredible. He actually has loads of money saved up as well, so I think he can actually hold here.
Holy moly. Are these armories doing anything now? It looks like air weapons was actually researched, presumably for the Valkyries. The mech, the ground mech is actually 2-1 already, so he's finally catching up a little bit with those upgrades. Obviously, upgrades won't do anything against the Queen's Broodling, though. Meanwhile, looks like +2 range weapon was finished, and Carapace actually researched because he hadn't had his hive yet. Of course, when you go mass Hydra, mass Muta against Terran mech, you actually usually delay your hive by quite a bit because you don't need it as quickly as you do against a Bioforce. Meanwhile, these vultures, have they actually finally spotted this space? No, they don't. These 7 drones
Valkyrie
should be
actually
dead.
flew over the creep on the 6 o'clock base, so he just needs to look at the map and he'll see the creep.
Oh man, that is so true. I guess there's just so much going on. Oh, Valkyrie's coming in. Can they catch a queen? Not quite, and it does get the breathing off anyway.
All the drones from that base are going down though because he tried to run them away.
Oh,
And they're all being
man.
chased down by the vultures. They all go down.
Unlucky. I think Michael's actually lost this game. I can't believe it. I don't think he can come back anymore. He's going to lose his 12 o'clock base. He loses another queen. He's actually going for a counter attack here with his Hydralisk.
Yeah, but he doesn't have nearly enough Hydras to do any damage here. This is the last ditch effort though.
Yes, indeed. I actually am shocked that mech is this strong. And these 2 factories built at the natural expansion here for Sawyer instead of in the main base, which is actually not bad. But here we go. He's actually right-clicked on the command center here. Sawyer's not paying attention. He's not repairing the command center. Michael's gonna snipe the command center for free.
Wow, this small little push has actually done an incredible job because his main army has even come back to deal with it. And so he might actually be able to take these bases down on the 6 o'clock again, on the 7 o'clock.
Wait, can he actually? Wait, the Hydras can run down. They can run into the natural. This SCV is actually coming out to block. I don't think Michael actually realizes the ramp here. He can actually have run into the natural and just, you know, led the mech army on a wild goose chase. Meanwhile, it looks like actually just 1 Goliath and 1 Vulture left at the 12 o'clock to finish it off. Michael has retaken the bottom left, and the bottom middle is still unscouted. Surely Sawyer's gonna see this now.
Yeah, it looks like he's moving in now, but there are queens now on enough energy to breedling every queen again. So we might see him coming in for that.
Indeed, we might, but is it going to be enough? That is a lot of queens. 8 queens are coming out here. Will they go for the tanks or the Goliaths this time? Not many Muta left, actually. He's going to go for the tanks. The back tank has been Broodling. In fact, there's actually not that many tanks to Broodling. You might as well use it on some Goliaths. Yeah, he is going to start using it on some of these Goliaths. And boom, clearing up the army. Very, very nice. But here come the reinforcements. Wow, Sawyer actually expanding directly underneath the queens. And there go the Hydralisks. 56 supply to 144, and now the queens are going to die.
Yep, and Sawyer does still have his army defending it as well, now rebuilding the command center on the top right corner.
He actually built 2. I think he forgot that he built that one on the right side. He just built it again. By the way, I thought just now I saw... Oh, GG from Cheese King. I was actually going to say, I thought I saw a Queen's Broodling animation actually finish. The Broodling was in the air, and the Queen died, and the tank actually didn't die to the Broodling. I'm not sure if that's actually what happened, but...
Yeah, I believe if the queen dies before the animation hits, it doesn't actually do anything. I've seen that before.
Oh, so even if it's in the air, it still doesn't complete.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's right.
Very interesting. Alright guys, spawning at the top right location as the Red Terran, we will have Sawyer.
And in the bottom left corner, you have Cheese King and the orange playing Zerg. No 5-pill by both of them.
Man, he's got to do it at least once this series, right?
You'd expect it at least twice, to be honest. Tai 2 style, twice in a row.
Ah, fair enough. I mean, he could go for like 9-pull speed or something. Wait, is 9-pull speed good against Terran?
It's not really that good because they can just block the ramp with some SCVs and then you've got speed, but it doesn't matter because you can't actually get in anywhere.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's like Overlord heading to top left as expected. Wait a minute! It's a 9-pull! Oh my god, I'm a genius. Guys, I swear I haven't seen these games before. I am just a legit Zerg genius.
It doesn't look like he's going for... Oh wait, he might be going for speed now.
Yeah.
He might cancel, he might... Oh, he's cancelling.
Oh, no.
Unlucky.
Alright, well, I mean, I was half right. I mean, 50% is still a passing grade, isn't it?
Close enough, yeah.
Alright, 9 pull with Gastric.
Yeah,
See
it's
what
just
he
9
does.
pill expand from here, which is actually a pretty good build against Terran. You get to put on pressure at their expansion so they can't build their command center on the low ground. Meanwhile, you build your hatcheries and get all your macro going.
Seems good to me. I can't believe we're like lagging slightly in a replay. It's actually crazy. Blizzard, please. What happened to
He
Dynamic
hasn't
Turn
put down
right
his expansion. He's delaying it.
Very interesting.
He does go now to do it, but it is going to be slightly late here.
300 and... Actually, wait. He built something? Oh, he built an extra drone. Okay. So it's technically 320 minerals. Not the worst.
Oh, the SCV does see the Zerglings, so he should be able to block the ramp here in time, unless he wasn't paying attention.
The
Oh
caster
god, he
curse.
wasn't paying attention. He's not. Oh, okay, he's moving it now. He should be fine. And he does get the drone as well.
Ooh, that's pretty nice. 5 SCVs. Yep, they're supposed to be on the other side of the Marines. Oh, yeah, there you go. Alright, wait, block it. That's not tight on the right side, I don't think.
No, he can get in there, but he moves to position and he should be fine now. It looks like Cheese King isn't even going to test the wall. He's just going to try and deny the expansion and build 3 hatcheries behind.
Interesting. So Nightfall actually does very little here, although it does, I guess, not, I don't want to say force, but Sawyer responds by going for the 2 racks in base rather than just the 1 racks expand. So, you know, maybe it's throwing him off a little bit. I don't know how comfortable he is going for this this delayed command center. Interestingly, 1 Ling actually hiding in the back, potentially going to run around after the Marines come out and go for the scout. And there we go, he's running around the backside, the Marines heading out the front.
It's going to be really crucial to see that he's going 2 racks here. Oh, and he does see it.
He loses the 2 Lings in the front though, doesn't actually pull them back all the way, and now an SCV and 5 Marines heading down, going to force a Sunken Colony from Cheese King, having to actually put it really right next to his hatchery instead of further out because the creep actually hasn't spread far enough. I don't think that's the ideal position, right? You want it slightly forward to give yourself a bit more space with those Sunkens.
Yeah, he didn't have the creep spread in time, so he's sort of forced to either put it in the middle there or put it to the top right corner where the Marines can just then try and do a crazy run by or something.
Very cool stuff. Looks like gas on the way now. Seems standard. Ling in the base appears to have died. And we're actually going to go from 9 pull into a fairly normal 3 hatch versus fast expand build here. There is the lair starting up for Michael. And usually would expect to see 3 hatch Muta.
Yep, he does look to be gearing up nicely, although he is slightly behind on army, and that could potentially cause a Marine medic bust on his Sunkens if he's not careful.
Let's see if Sawyer goes for that kind of thing here. Let's see
He does
how...
go for the academy before engineering bay.
Yep, 2-Rex Academy. Seems good. I mean, Sawyer is an old school player, right? That's what they used to do before +1 5-Rex became popular, I think. And he's going to make his engineering bay now? Yes, indeed.
But he could have it. Oh, it's Hydra Den, not Spire.
Again?
So it
Huh.
looks like he's just going to play Lurker Defense here, which is actually probably the correct move considering there is going to be a pre-mute attainment from the 3-Rex Academy.
That is very interesting. Going for lurkers yet again. No comsats available for the Terran. His academy is actually finished, but he's not making the comsats just yet, so he won't have any idea that this is coming. And even if he scans, he will have to scan the correct location. Although, given that that Hydra's in an interesting place. Oh my god, a Queen's Nest already! Wait a minute.
Yep, he has gone for the Fast Hive Lurker build. And he does have this really cute Zergling blocking the ramp on the Terran's third here, which I really like. Haven't seen that before.
It's pretty good. Bug out those SCVs or any other units trying to walk
And he
up
gets
there.
to run by with Zerglings. He's going to see everything that's going on in the Terran base.
Wow, not only is he seeing everything, but look at the army. The main Marine force is actually all pulling back just for 2 Zerglings. Big overreaction here from Sawyer.
But Cheese King does throw down 5 Sunkens, so he would be fine anyway.
Oh man, they actually get an
Throwing down
SCV as well?
fire. He doesn't have a hive coming. He just has a queen's nest. Oh, okay, now he's got it.
You're experiencing the caster curse. Every time you say something, it immediately becomes untrue.
He doesn't have enough minerals to make any mutas though, even though he does have the 1000 gas.
That is true, and that's actually a big reason why Terran likes to force all these Sunkens right before you want to make your fancy tech units, right? So if you can make the Zerg make a few extra Sunkens, you stop him from making a full 9 mutas or that sort of thing. Although of course we can see in this situation, it's actually just only Sunkens. I don't see any lurkers.
Yeah, he might start saving up larvae here if he does want to make mutas, because his spire is on the way. It doesn't look like he's making lurkers or mutas. He's just going sunken colonies fam.
Wait, I'm so confused by Michael's build. Is this just like a fake lurker opening to make the Terran think you're going lurkers and you're actually
Yeah, it looks
only
like he's going
mine?
crazy Zerg.
So, but crazy Zerg, you have to go mutas first, don't you? What the heck?
That was crazy Zerg. You can just make the spire but not go mutas, but he is actually building mutas here. And he isn't throwing down his hive tech building. I don't see it anywhere.
Maybe a greater spire?
Oh,
guess.
yeah.
I guess.
But it's just started now, so it looks like he is going for Mass Guardians, and he does have the gas for it.
Wait, but I don't understand. Why would he open with a den and not just a normal 3-hatch muta if he's going for this build? Because now he's in a weird position where he's just on the 2 bases. His mutas haven't, he hasn't done any damage to the Terran player. He's not even been able to move across the map yet with the mutas without getting spotted. Now the Terran's going to see exactly where he's going. And this just seems like a very strange opening for me. I don't know why he didn't just, do the normal opening. Because we've seen it's very effective to just go 2 or 3-hatch muta into Guardians. Like, that's completely fine. I just don't know why he would go this build and force himself to make like 10 sunken colonies.
Yeah, and Sawyer knows exactly what's coming. He's started to build Wraiths already, and he's got 3rd starport on the way. So he should actually be fine against Guardians, and it looks like Cheese King is just going to have a really tough game here. I don't know how he's going to get back into it.
Sawyer is going the triple starport reaction to this, though. This is Sham2's least favorite build.
But Cheese King with the fake out is actually built loads of Hydras, so he might just spam Lurkers instead of Guardians.
What the heck? But he's got a greater spire. Wait a minute.
But is he going Hydra Guardian?
Wait, is this the real Cheese King, or is this actually an AI
He's getting
play?
Hydra speed. He's going Hydra Guardian.
That's not a thing, is it?
It was kind of a thing on Destination, because you could do one giant push with Hydra Guardian, but here you can just sort of run around them.
Oh my god, especially since they're cross-map, right? There's just so much open space to cover, and I mean, I guess he's got 2 Guardians at the back of the Terran base, but there's 4 Wraiths already there, and there's nothing to actually protect the Guardians. The Marines are actually going to catch the other 5 Guardians as they spawn. He's not paying attention, though. Now he's going to run right underneath the Guardians. The Hydras are there, but look at the cocoons. They don't even finish. Oh my god, they're all dead here at the front of the base. There is a cancel from Michael. He's actually maybe going to win with the Hydras fourth. The Wraiths have actually cleaned out the Guardians, by the way. And it looks like it's a very even exchange. Of course, just plain Hydras are not good against Medic Marine. An instant GG from Michael. What on earth did I just witness?
That was a crazy build. I'm actually kind of excited about it though, because if he can actually get Hydra, Lurker, Guardian going, Shine has actually shown that can be kind of semi-unstoppable in certain positions.
But on 2 base? How can you afford that with only 2 gas?
Yeah, you do need a third base. I don't know what he was thinking really. I guess that's why you couldn't go the lurkers with the build, because he only had 2 gas geysers.
Yeah. And in the bottom right position, spawning as the Teal Zerg, we have the Cheese King himself, aka Michael.
And in the top right corner we have Sawyer, the blue Terran. Will we see anything crazy this game? Oh, look, no. He
You know-
built about 6 drone just as I said that.
Well, I actually wouldn't mind seeing a crazy Guardian rush this game because they're vertical spawns, aka close air spawns on Circuit Breaker. So going for like a fast 2 base Guardian here, I think is pretty decent. But hopefully not that weird like Hydra Den into don't make any Hydras or Lurkers and make 10 Sunken Colonies into Guardians build, because that's a little bit dubious.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was thinking. Like, if he just like spams sunken colonies, he can never take a third. He can never move out. He can never do anything. If he was playing on Andromeda, I can understand it because there's island expansions and there's the mineral only in your base, and you can kind of make something happen there.
Yeah.
But on Fighting Spirit, you're just stuck.
Indeed. I completely agree. I like at halfway through that game I was like, wait, is this Michael or is this some like, you know, one of those fancy new AIs from the AI competition playing? Or
Oh,
something.
God.
It's just like the build made absolutely no sense. I wonder, man, maybe did he just forget something? Like what if what if this happened? All right, guys, let's brainstorm here. What if Michael was originally going 3-hatch lurkers, and then he forgot to get the lurker upgrade and didn't realize it, and then right as he was gonna make like, you know, 9 hydras or whatever to turn into lurkers, he realized he didn't have the upgrade, so he's like, oh, all right, let's actually just change the build and go straight hive or something like that. Like,
That is actually possible because he only just started his Hydra speed after the Hydras were already out.
I guess we'll have to.
It looks like no, never mind. Just kidding. He's just scouting, but I was gonna say he's gonna take a third in the bottom left corner here because it looked like his Overlord potentially knew he was in the top right corner. But I don't think he's actually seen the Terran yet, his Overlord.
Let's have a look. He sees the edge of the command center now, so he will.
Oh,
know.
and he is moving back with the drone to take the third in the bottom left corner.
Ooh, sneaky fast third base here from the Cheese King. Now, Sawyer, though, should have enough game sense to realize his third hatchery, right? Because everything else will be late in the base.
Yeah, he should realize that there's a third hatchery somewhere on the map and go scouting for it with his SCV now, or send a second SCV. But with the fast third build, you do tend to spam a lot of Zerglings out, so you can usually barely defend it if you do it correctly.
Okay. And this way, with the fast gas, he can go for that hive rush again and actually have the gas to make the units that he
Yeah.
wants.
This fast third build is actually the way that Shine did the build in the ASL.
Oh. Wait, who did Shine do it against?
It was his bag build against Mong, I think, wasn't it?
Okay. I don't know. I didn't actually watch many of that.
And
many
it
of
was
the
on
games,
the
to be honest.
new, at the time, the new map. It was like last season.
Mm.
Camelot, I think it's called, yeah.
Yep. That definitely rings a bell.
All the Zerglings are moving in and they're going to get a position on the Marines here.
Uh-oh.
Pulls all of his SCVs to try and deal with them.
Oh man, one Marine falling already. Lings in close quarters. No support for the Marines. No medics, no range, no stim. And the Zerglings cut them down easily. And this is so annoying for
But his
Sawyer.
SCVs are all idle now at his natural because he pulled them but he didn't realise that they weren't quite fighting.
Oh man. Oh! But he's gonna catch the last Zergling. Boom, got him.
He does get one more SCV kill just before he goes down though. And it is actually looking quite good for Zerg here with the fast third build.
Yeah, now that he's lost those initial Marines, it's very difficult for him to actually find a timing to move out here, especially with only the 2 barracks. He went for the fast +1, but he hasn't done the barracks explosion, I guess really getting disrupted by that Ling attack, spending his minerals instead on the bunker. But without the extra 3 barracks, he's just not going to be that scary. I mean, sure, you get a fast +1, but if you don't have any units to actually make use of the upgrade, then that's not going to help you. And a hydrogen again here for Cheese King. So perhaps we're going to see this game what his actual intention was with the last build, whether he forgot lurkers or he, I don't know, somehow forgot to take a 3rd base or something. This, as you say, definitely seems to be a more reasonable version of the build.
Yeah, and Sawyer has only just thrown down his academy, so he's not going to have a good offensive timing here. So I believe Cheese King will get away with this fast 3rd build and get safely into lurkers that will just be on the ramp at his 3rd and be unbreakable while he shifts into his tech to go for the Guardian lurker potential.
Is the SCV going to see the bottom left base though? It's got 2 hits left on it. It's got 1 hit left on it. Can it make it up here? It's going to be close. Oh. He saw the Overlord
Did
though.
he see the Overlord though? Because if he has spotted the Overlord, it might give it away a little bit here.
I mean, I guess even if he did know about it, there's not much he can do, right? He's finally added on up to the 5 barracks, but oops. But that seems a little bit late to me. And you can see how few units there. There's only 6 Marines on the field right now. Nothing he could do, even if he did see that base. And we do have the lurkers evolving for Cheese King, so he is actually doing the lurker opening properly this time.
Yep, and he's just thrown down his Queen's Nest, so it looks like he might be going into the Guardian build, because that is about the right timing for him.
Indeed it is. Man, I'm really glad that we actually finally have a Zerg player on the cast. You can tell me all the Zerg timings. See, I've been slowly absorbing all the knowledge of Terran timings and stuff from Kix while we cast. Now I can absorb all the Zerg ones too. I can be like the ultimate solo casting Archon. Perfect.
Oh, and he has the lurkers at his natural already, and he's stacking them on top of each other under an Overlord. So
Oh my god.
if Sawyer doesn't see this, he might have them in hold position and just kill his entire army.
Wow, that is so sneaky. Even if he scans it, he might not notice, and he can put them on a hold position and bait the Marines. I mean, they're all gonna run in and start attacking the Sunken Colony. Sawyer might scan this and be like, oh, he didn't make enough Sunken Colonies. I can go for the bust, and he's gonna get skewered. Man, there's even like a freaking Pimpus play video about this, where some Zerg did this. I think in a Pro League game on that ridiculous map. I can't remember what it was called. But here we go. He's moving in. Where's the scan? Is he gonna scan? Okay, we can see the 2 extra creep colonies now. The thing is, though, Sawyer actually has to scan this and take the bait.
Yeah, it looks like he's not going to actually go in at all, which is... Oh, wait, he's gone? Is he gone?
There's the scan.
Here it
Sees
comes.
the one sunk in. He saw the Hydras though, so maybe he'll get suspicious. Oh my God, he's going in. Where's the Lurkers? Debated.
Wow. 8 kill lurker there.
That's
And
amazing.
he's going to be so sad after that.
Holy Cheese King, man. Oh my God, that was glorious. There's the 3rd command center though, on the way for Sawyer. He's got a few Marines clearing out the top part of the map. But man, not only does that cost you your first Marine force, but that has got to be a tilter, right? Imagine the psychological state of Sawyer right now. Like, God damn, how did that happen?
Yeah, he's got to be tilted to the moon. Although Cheese King hasn't built his spire, so it looks like he's not actually gone the Guardians after all.
Oh wait, this was actually a starport, not a command center. Whoops, my bad. So there is actually no 3rd command center on the way, which is a bit surprising to me actually, that he wouldn't. He's also killed his own bunker for some reason. Huh?
I guess it was blocking something, somehow. I don't see what it could be blocking though. There looks like there's space on the left to get out.
Weird. Alright, well, looks like the Medic Marine now just holding position in the middle of the map, doesn't want to run into any more lurker traps. The Hive, though, has finished. And what is the Hive tech going to be? It's just going to be the Defiler mount. He's not going for the Greater Spire, getting the Nidus Canal at the bottom left as well, and looks like going to take the 4th base straight away here.
Yep, and he has his adrenal glands on the way as well. So he's just looking to play the safe game here since he feels like he's ahead, and all he has to do now is take this fourth and just defend, and he's gonna be miles ahead potentially.
Yeah, Michael is, man, he's making Pimpus plays, he's rushing for the hive, he's got this game in the bag. This is actually really cool, so, I mean, the thing is, if he wins this game, we'll be 2-2 in the series, like a very close series, which is, to be honest, a pleasant surprise, because going into this matchup, I think a lot of people would have pegged Michael to be the favorite. I mean, I definitely would have pegged Michael to be the favorite. I think you did a vote Michael, right?
Yeah, I definitely voted Michael.
Yeah, so
His play is just incredible.
Sawyer busting out the moves in the last 2 games at least, and this game isn't necessarily over yet. 1-1 is finished on the Marines. He's starting to go for that Vulture Mine switch into the eventual mech switch here, although he will need at least another base to really start doing that properly. And there's a lot of Lings just patrolling the top left because Cheese King knows that the Terran would love to go and plop down a command center at that top left main and start building factories.
Yep, and Consume finishes, and he has his Defilers in place now to defend both of his bases. So he should be fine here while he gets his upgrades going. He's got another Evolution Chamber on the way, looking to get +2/+1. But no
good.
Ultralisk Cavern as of yet.
I like how Sawyer lifted just 1 barracks to go scout, and he's still producing from the other 4. While also making the Vultures, so just switching out a single production building for the time being, since he can't afford to do full switch yet. The Speed Vultures now in the middle of the map. Ooh, one of them gonna get picked off, but just gonna grab some of those Zerglings. Really wants to clear out the Zerglings in the top left. I would imagine some Marines also clearing out the 12 o'clock. Where is the 3rd command center though? I still don't see another command center.
Yeah, and he has his army sort of aimlessly in the middle of the map here, not really blocking off the Zerg movement. Looks like he's a little bit uncertain of how to do the mech switch.
He's been traumatized by that whole lurker. He's just imagining there's lurkers everywhere on the map. He's like, oh god, I can't go anywhere. Oh man, it's like an even scarier version of the floor is lava. It's the floor is filled with hold lurkers. Even though he's got science vessels, he's still freaking out. All right, looks like we got some irradiates going down. The thing is, even if you have science vessels, right, the lurkers could be hiding under overlords. You never know which overlord has a lurker underneath it now.
Wait, have you seen that? If you researched Plague yet or not? Oh, he does get a Plague on the army.
Oh man, that was a perfect call from you. You just knew it was gonna happen. All right, looks like Vultures on the left side. Gonna do a bit more fancy micro, but what? Look at all these plague dudes. Oh, but he's got the medics on move command though, so they're not actually wasting any of their energy healing the Marines, which is exactly what you want until the plague finishes. So nice move.
Usually what you want to do is you want to just take all of your Marines and medics and move them like half the map across, and by the time they get there, the plague will be gone.
Sounds good. Plague
He
actually
is
doesn't last
denying the
that long.
top left corner though.
There's a what?
He's denying the bases in the top left corner, which is really hurting Sawyer a lot here.
Yeah. He's finally got the 3rd base of the 12, but this just feels super late. I think like modern TBZ, it feels like you can expand super quickly, getting the 3rd base and just plopping down that 4th base at another main while your Marines are running around on the map. But Sawyer just hasn't really been able to do this. Like it feels like he's perhaps less comfortable with this. Like his mech play actually on Crossing Guild was really great. So maybe he's just better with that style.
Wow, double Ultralisk Cavern on the bottom left corner. He's looking to get his Ultras as soon as he can,
Yeah.
fully upgraded.
Wait, how much does an Ultra Cavern cost?
I'm not actually sure. I think it might be 200, 150.
I wonder if that's
Oh,
actually
he gets a vessel.
Nice. Marines too busy shooting the Lings underneath the Dark Swarm. Gonna try and siege this down.
He does have loads more Scourge as well, so he could get all the vessels here if he moves on with them.
Plego! Good effort. Double expands happening though. at
Oh
the
no,
6
these
spot.
lurkers are actually getting shot by the tanks.
Oh wait, the
Oh,
splash
they're both gonna
actually...
go down.
It's actually really interesting to me how Splash affects bar units when they're not under Swarm, but not when they are under Swarm. I don't know what the mechanic is behind that. Anyway, some more Scourge attempting to clear out these vessels, but not able to do so. And are we seeing any other Hive tech? No, just another Macro Hatchery. Any Guardians? Nope, just a double Ultros Cavern. He's actually only upgrading the Carapace, not the speed, so that actually could have just been a mistake.
Yeah, I'm not sure why, because you do want both of the upgrades, so you may as well now that he's got it. Oh, now he does it. Now he starts it.
We have an attack though up the left
He's
side
doing
of the
really
map.
fine. Yeah.
Surgeon's running in, and it looks like they are going to get cleaned up by the 2-1 Marines. No upgrades yet for the mech, but at least he's got the third base. But Sawyer just feels... It's interesting, because he's ahead by like 30 supply, but he just feels like he's behind in the game. You know, he's got a bit of control outside the Zerg Natural, but not that much. And he hasn't been denying any of these bases. Like, he should just run down and kill the 6 o'clock, right?
Yeah. I mean, Cheesecake's saving up for like the huge, massive ultras that you just want to build all at once and then just go with them. And he is going to get like 10 or so, which is going to be very hard for Sawyer to stop with his very small army for this point in the game, actually.
Trying to do what they can with this posturing. I seriously don't get why he's not going down to the 6 o'clock. I guess he just doesn't realize that it's there, but he's constantly just like skirmishing and pushing against the Dark Swarm, which is pretty futile, right? It's not gonna go anywhere. He's actually suiciding a tank, missed pathing or something. One tank runs into the Lurker Fire, and more Lings running up the left side. Just Cheeseking doing a great job constantly denying Sawyer from taking another base, although he is finally getting that inside mineral only. It almost feels a little bit to me like there's two things. So partly Sawyer isn't that comfortable with this style of TVZ, and also even though it's Circuit Breaker, it actually feels like he's not 100% comfortable with the map, to be honest. Like, taking that mineral only so late is very strange in this matchup.
I did actually play against Sawyer on ladder on this map, and what he did on that game was he built drop ships, and he went for like a triple drop on all the different bases at once while also doing an attack on the front, which is super scary, and that seems like his main style.
Okay, so definitely playing some unorthodox stuff like mech and mass props rather than just a straight, ruthless bio play. By the way, Ultralisks and in combination with the play clearing up the Medic Marine at the front, that leaves the vessels unsupported, and 2 vessels get blown up straight away. They did get the Irradiates on the Ultralisks though, so they will fall.
The Ultra is natural.
What? Oh my god.
So many Ultras.
Wait, I can't even control click this. They're all over the screen. Alright, I think there's like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Ultralisks coming out. And here we go. They don't have any support. They're running into Spider Mines though. You gotta be careful. There was no mine clearing done. 2 Ultras falling straight away. That's one of the beauties of the mech switch, is mines are so good against Ultras and obviously Lings and Defilers and Lurkers as well. But, 125 damage a pop is nothing to laugh at, but many Ultras still do barrel through. 7 Ultras running into the 12 o'clock. Ling's actually cleaning up the tanks on the left side, and this could be the end for Sawyer.
Yeah, Sawyer has nothing to defend this. He has 6 mines, 2 tanks, 4 vultures. There's no way you can stop this now. I think it's only a matter of time.
Look at the supply difference as well. 165 to 91. The 12 o'clock lifted, mineral only lifted. Sawyer is going to be effectively mined out here very, very shortly. His entire army was cleared out of the middle of the map, and I think we're going to see a GG soon, or any second now, and that's going to mean the series will be 2-2 here in this best of 7. I thought that mine was going to do more, but Ultras, I forgot, have 1,000,000 HP.
Yeah, it was just desperation holding on here. And there's the GG.
Wow. It looks like the next map is going to be Andromeda. So it looks like all 5 maps played here for the first 5 sets. And TVZ on Andromeda. How do you feel about that?
I'm really excited to see this one because, as we know, this map was played in the last ASL, and there were some really cool Zerg builds that came out from it. We first saw it from Hyun when he played against Flash in his group, and he just did this crazy Sunkens everywhere to hold your front and try and sneak expansions all around the map, like the islands, and taking hidden hatcheries to try and make a Nidus canal at the corners. It's so crazy, and I'm really hoping to see something like that here.
Alright, well, in that case, Mr. Cheese King, our Blue Zerg in the bottom left, can he pull out another crazy build and show Cadenza how to win games on the ladder?
And Sawyer down here in the bottom right corner, and the red Terran, can he pull it back here and potentially take out Cheese King on this really actually hard map for Terran, I feel like.
Is it a hard map for Terran? But they get the free mineral, don't they?
Yeah, but there is so many expansions all around the map that it's really hard to shut them down if Zerg just goes like full refugee Zerg.
Refugee Zerg. Man, I gotta say, StarCraft has some of the best nicknames for like strategies of players. Alright. Damn, I actually had another question, but I completely forgot now. Anyway, guys, reminder as well, this is a best of 7 match, so even though it's 2-2, this is not the last game. There will be at least 2 more, possibly 3 more games of this series, and after this series is over, we will be doing Bonnith versus True Touch, another best of 7. So yeah, plenty of games to come here. Lots of awesome StarCraft action. In the meantime, though, we just have a normal 12 hatch from the Cheese King.
Yep, and he's doing standard, scouting timing, and the Terran's going for 1 Rex expand, it looks like, as well. So a nice standard opening here.
And Drone is going to scout his opponent first. Of course, the Overlord went vertically. The map symmetry is kind of like on Circuit Breaker, I suppose. Like the air-to-air distance between the mineral-only bases in your main are relatively short.
Yep, and Cheese King throws down his spawning pool, so he's not doing the triple hatchery before pool build that we saw in that other game.
Indeed. Well, that was against the 14cc. Now, is this... Wow, that's actually a second scouting SCV from Sawyer, so really wants to make sure he checks out the Cheese King's base here, even though we actually technically haven't really seen any cheese from the Cheese King just yet. I mean, yeah, he did go 9-pull in one game. Actually, that was also the game that he did that weird, mass sunken build, but I don't think that's really a cheese as such.
I think it's more like a potential just defensive, hoping that the Terran's going for some giant push with his barracks and you just deny the push and then try and make stuff. I can't find a way where he wins that game against anything. I'm not sure why he did it.
The ultimate terrible build. It loses to literally everything the Terran could possibly be doing. It's alright. We forgive Michael. It's pretty good. He's normally pretty good. And we do see a fast cast again here from Sawyer. Is it going to be +1, or is it going to be for mass factory builds like he did on Crossing Field? I'm actually surprised he hasn't done that again.
Here. So it looks like he's maybe going to go Academy first.
2X Academy. Seems good to me. Now, is Cheese King going to go Hydra Den yet again? He's got a scouting SCV in his base. If he does want to make it, he might have to make it at his natural if he doesn't want it to get scouted, or just wait for the lair to finish and go for the more standard muta play.
He hasn't taken his extractor at his natural yet, which does signal Hydras or lurkers. Oh,
When do you normally
as I
take
say
that?
I usually want to take your second extractor a little bit sooner than he has done so, but it's pretty close on time that he can actually go mutas here.
The lair is halfway finished. Is there a Hydra Den? No. So I guess just a slightly delayed muta here from Cheese King. No big deal. Handful of Marines on the field. Handful of Lings are coming across as well, but nothing much that they can do. And it looks like Factory is now on the way for Sawyer. So 2X Academy into Factory, going for the fast tech route rather than for the mass barracks route, which does make sense considering he didn't opt for the +1 opening.
One really fun thing Cheese King might opt for here, since the power generators on the back of the Terran base have not been attacked at all yet, he could go for a fast drop a drone on the high ground here, and then build a Nidus Canal. And I think it was Shine who did this. against Flash. But yeah, it did actually win on the game, didn't it? In the ASL.
I didn't actually watch the last ASL that Shine got to the finals in, so I have absolutely no idea. That was my period of.
Oh my God, Sale, please.
That was when I was completely AWOL from the scene, I suppose.
Sawyer's gonna get completely surrounded here by these Zergling grips.
He's got 2 Firebats though. Firebats are pretty good against Zerglings. They are in fact Zergling's natural
Yeah,
enemy.
he's right
And here we
there.
go. One Firebat dies straight away, but the other one is alive and roasting Zerglings from the backside. Cheese King is gonna have to pull back. He's only got 1 Sunken Colony on the way, a 2nd Sunken Colony now. But Sawyer, if he runs in right now, could do a lot of damage. Resist him. He's focused down the right one. He's focusing down the wrong one. That is the Creep Colony. He realizes that's a Creep Colony. The other one is the Sunken. He needs to target down the Sunken Colony first. The Sunken Colony is going to fall straight away here. Not quite, but the Firebat is still alive against the Zerglings. Can he hold on? The Firebat is roasting the Zerglings. The 2nd Sunken Colony might not finish in time. This could be a very fast game. An instant GG from the Cheese King.
Wow, the Invincible Marines, one of them actually gets 8 kills and another one has 6 kills. Incredible.
Wow.
Classic Tisagi.
Well, sometimes that's what you get, guys. Sometimes your Sunkens aren't in time. Sometimes you rely on your Zerglings a little bit too much and you get smacked in the face. It happens to the best of us. Pretty sure it's happened to Jadong before. But that means Sawyer is up 3-2. And we are on match point here. It looks like it's going to be a regame on Circuit Breaker here for game number 6. And at the bottom right position as the blue Terran, we have Sawyer.
And in the top left corner, Michael, also known as Cheese King, and the purple Zerg.
Alright.
So is this match point potentially now for
Yes, indeed.
Sawyer?
Yes, indeed it is. Let me update my overlay to reflect that. And I am very surprised that we have reached this point where Michael is actually the one who is fighting for survival here.
Yeah, I was actually expecting Cheese King to totally dominate that Andromeda game, but he's had the classic Zerg loss that everyone has experienced.
Yep.
Invincible Marines and 1 fire vet and 2 medics. Just, you can't stop it sometimes.
It's unfortunate because, like, if those 2 Firebats were 2 Marines instead, maybe the Zergling surround would have been much stronger. But not only were the Firebats a great deterrent against that, but I think it caused Michael to hesitate. Like, he went in for the surround, and then he actually freaked out when he saw the Firebats and pulled the left side back, and the other side just got smashed. And he was also so confident, or so dependent on those Lings to actually protect him, that that he didn't have his Sunken Colonies in time and just died. So it looks like a silly loss, but it's definitely understandable. Again, it happens even to the best Zergs.
It happens multiple times to the best Zergs. I think it was Savior who was known to always lose to that kind of build.
Oh man. Full patch, by the way, from Mr. Michael. Wait, what was the build he did again on this map? Oh, it was the fast third, right? Into lurkers, into the sick lurker play, into Hive.
Yeah, and it looks like he is moving out the drone down to the bottom left corner, but it is just normal scouting timing.
Yeah, Cheese King went and sent his Overlord horizontally instead of vertically here, so going to the further away natural, and then
Yeah,
instead
that
using
is a move that Jadong typically does on this map.
Ah,
Because it means you can get an Overlord on the other side of the map that can actually be denied otherwise by Marines moving out to stop your Overlords.
that is very interesting.
It looks like it's not the fast third build this time though, because he is continuing on with his scouting drone.
I guess in that game he scouted with his Overlord already, and he saw the command center, so he felt safe knowing what the Terran was doing. But in this case, since, I mean, for all he knows, it could be some kind of weird 2-Rex all-in, I guess he can't actually do the fast third yet, even if he wanted to. And now he sees the command center.
And it looks like a completely standard game so far. And he's even getting the refinery before the second barracks. So this could be just a completely standard +1 5-Rex against 3-hatch mutas potentially.
Two Lings gonna try and chase this SCV Mineral Thief away from their base. I actually like the horizontal scout as well, because now it actually allows him to quite safely get that first Overlord down outside the Terran's natural. Whereas if he'd gone vertically first, it's a little bit more dangerous, I guess, to move across the middle horizontally then to go to the Terran's base, because you have to kind of go across the open ground, the bridges to get there, and you can get sniped by the initial Marines. Whereas this Overlord is relatively safe. Of course, a very enterprising Terran might attempt to pick that off if they suspect that that's happening and send out their initial Marines. But we can see that that's in fact not what Sawyer's doing. So now Cheese King is still going to get his nice little Overlord. The SCV though is also seeing the very standard 3-hatch build from the Cheese King. Ooh, we have a factory already though.
Yeah, it looks like he's actually going for the fast starport build. Very interesting.
I guess this is what he used in the first game, right? That didn't quite work out for him?
Yeah, it was the first game.
Yeah, and that was on Gold Rush, which I guess is pretty good for that. Looks like SCV dies seeing the lair. But yeah, we'll see if this works out for Sawyer. I think I mentioned earlier that this is a TVZ style that Koget likes to do a lot. Koget, another very successful Polish Terran player. And there is the starport and the academy, and interestingly the factory is actually lifted off. I guess he's just gonna reposition it.
It looks like he's going for the Spire build, which is actually going to have the Spire too late to deal with the Wraith that comes out. So he's going to have to try and scout this so that he can build his Hydrogen in time to not lose a couple of Overlords for frame.
Yep, we'll see what he does. I mean, Cheese King doesn't actually know that this is the starport build, right, though? Although, can these Lings get in? No, there's too many Marines. And this factory is confusing me. It lifted off, changed position, and I thought that was going to be to build a machine shop somewhere else, but he actually didn't. And it's completely idle right now. And Cat, stop eating my grapes. Not for you. It's fine. Stop.
Okay, here comes the barracks add-on now. Looks like he's going for 4 barracks, and he does have stim on the way.
Alright.
Oh, and he's not gone for the Wraith actually, he's gone for drops here.
He's got an armory. It's for Valkyries. It's the Kix build. He's doing it.
Kix is so excited right now.
Kix, it's your thing, man. Oh, we got a PP. All right, we're back. He's gonna go it's Valkanic. He's going Medic Marine plus Valkyries, and he will actually be facing Muta for I think the first time in this series. He's gonna be facing fast or a normal 3-hatch Muta opening. You can see the drone going down now to the bottom left there. I just heard a scan, and it looks like it's on the natural and the main, or in between the main and the third. So he does see the Spire. He sees all of the eggs making at the same time, so he knows it is legit Mutas.
And Cheese King's moving it to take his third in the bottom left corner here at a pretty standard timing. But Valkonic actually does get quite a good timing attack here, so it's going to be hard to hold this without a fast hive.
Well, we do know one thing though, and that is that Cheese King is not afraid to make 10 sunken colonies at his natural. So if he does that, he'll probably be okay. Oh man.
Yes, indeed. And he's moving out for his mutas now, and the Valkyries are only just at number 1 at the moment, but the second one is on the way, so he should be fine against the mutas here. And the mutas should do no damage.
Let's see, how good's the micro? No upgrades yet. Valkyries out. Wow, there's actually 2 Valkyries out. I still don't think he's aware of this. He could just run in here and get smacked in the face by a billion of these rockets. Oh man, there's actually no turrets. Look at this. Sawyer completely skipping on the turrets because he knows he's got the perfect anti-muta composition right here. He doesn't even have an engineering bay. What a baller. I really don't like how he left a space between the 2 rows of depots though. Is there enough? There's not enough space in between them to build another row, right? So he's actually just wasting a lot of space here, isn't he?
I think there is actually space in between there to build a depot. It looks like you can get a depot in there. Am I wrong?
I don't know. Maybe well, maybe you are. Yeah, okay, maybe that's possible. I guess that makes more sense then.
He doesn't have any Scourge though to deal with the Valkyries, so his mutas are almost completely useless right now for this push.
Oh man, but the Mute is going in for the backstab, and again, there are no turrets here. How much damage can he do? He's gonna make 10 Sunken Blades right now. He's making 2 Lurkers in his natural expansion. The bottom left also, I believe, has 2 Lurkers on the ramp, but here we go. The main mineral line is completely undefended for Sawyer. Can Cheese King even up the score 3-3? Can we see an ace match with 2 of the Valkyries getting picked off at the front? There's a lot of Medic Marine here. The Lurkers are not finished yet. There's only 3 Sunkens. He's gotta go now before the Lurkers finish. He's lost everything in his main base, including another Valkyrie, and there is the bust. Oh
The
my.
Lurkers do burrow in time though, and he hasn't focused them down. It looks like he might hold here, because there's no tanks.
Well,
And the Mute has killed all of his SCVs in the main.
Rip Terran. That didn't work out. Hive is on the way. We can see 2 Lurkers protecting the bottom left, as I mentioned before, and I'm pretty sure Sawyer's dead in this game, which means, guys, we're going to a Game 7 here. A Game 7 ace match in this series. Oh,
It
yeah,
looks like
let's
he's
go.
about to have a lot of SCVs, and he's transferred back again, so it looks like he just transferred in time.
Oh.
The Mutes do have quite a lot of kills though.
Yeah, I mean, Terran saturation is normally super high, though, right? So, I mean, he's got like 12 at each mineral line right now, which is not terrible, I guess, but it's not the best. Uh-oh, he's gotta watch out. And can they get this dude? No, they cannot. Alright, well,
The Mutas are almost dead now though, so they are Ghost Mutas at this point. Not going to be doing anything more in this game.
you could turn them into Guardians and they'll get all the health back. Uh-oh, uh-oh.
Oh, his hive is almost finished.
Lurkers going to skewer the Marines that got baited into the ramp by the Zerglings. Although the Zerglings getting baited back down the ramp into the Marines, so they are going to get taken down here. Looks like another Overlord randomly in the middle of the map is going to get taken down by a Valkyrie that's just chilling there, presumably on Overlord hunting duty. And looks like we finally have some siege tanks with siege mode on the way as well. So going to be able to take down the Sunkens if he is able to get over there. Looks like the Philo Mount on the way though for Cheese King. And even though the game's not technically over right now, I feel like Cheese King is in a fantastic position.
Yeah, definitely. Interestingly, Sawyer never built an engineering base, so he never actually had the ability to build turrets. So actually, if he had just continued to spam Mutas and Scourge, there isn't actually that many Marines at home to deal with anything.
Yes, indeed. Looks like he didn't quite realize that and is now going to realize that some Marines are moving across the map. He's doing a good job again of getting vision. I gotta say, Michael, similar to that Gold Rush game, doing a pretty good job of sending a few random lings here and then. He did try and send the Overlords around, but the Valkyrie stopped that. There is actually a dropship here to potentially ferry these units into the main over the Lurkers. There are 2 Scourge here. Will they be in the correct position? I think Michael might have seen this actually with Zerglings. Oh no, these dudes are still on patrol. They're actually patrolling away from the dropship, and there is the unload. Now that the Marines are there, I don't think there's any way for the Scourge to actually take these down. He's actually running down to kill the Scourge. Lurkers are coming out though. The Nice Canal is finished. Can he actually take this position?
The problem is he had no medics in the drop, so these Marines are super low now after 2 stems.
Huh. That's weird. So it
Looks
wasn't
like
actually a
loads as
full,
well.
it wasn't a full drop, was it?
It was 1 short of a full drop, but no medics at all.
Very interesting. One problem, by the way, guys, with not going Engineering Bay is obviously that he has no upgrades. He still has no Engineering Bay. He's going Medic Marine, but upgrades are are very crucial on units like Marines that have a low base damage and a high fire rate, because you get so much value out of the attack upgrade in particular, and even the armor upgrade increases your survivability against Lurkers by quite a bit. So definitely surprised he hasn't got it now, at least, just for the upgrades, even if he doesn't want turrets. But he is going to start sieging down these Lurkers, and I think is he going to run up with only 1 Lurker left?
There is a Nidus Canal up though, and he does have defilers already with consume, so he should be fine here.
Yep. Sawyer moving up a little bit and changing his mind straight away. Running back down, gonna lose his siege tank at the front though. And Well, Michael, he's got units at the 3 o'clock. He had units, it looks like, at the mineral only. Something was canceled. I'm not sure if this was canceled or killed. It looks like Michael actually denied Sawyer's third base attempt here, the mineral only.
Yeah, and without a third, it's going to be really hard for him to get anything done now because the Zerg is going to be able to take his fourth base here, which he's taking right now. And he will be adding on a second evolution chamber and starting to get his upgrades going very shortly.
Another drop coming into the bottom left, but not really going to do too much. It looks like Crack is finished on the Zerglings.
Oh, he's denying the base again.
Oh, nice.
Devastating.
Good spot there. Another cancel, and looks like another drop taken down. The Zerglings have +1 carapace against unupgraded Marines. He's actually outpacing the Terran on Marines. It looks like Sawyer adding on factories now, but we're going to find it really difficult to afford that with just his original 2 bases.
Yeah, it looks like he's moving his SCV for the third attempt here. Will he get his command center down?
Is he going to do it? He's scared. I don't know why he doesn't just build it in his main. Oh no, he is building it in his main. Okay.
Yeah, so he should be fine here, but he doesn't really have any way to get another main right now because his army is too small to move out on the map properly and take map control. And the Zerg is just freely roaming around with 2 groups of Zerglings coming in again to try and stop the third, but it's not there.
Oh, random SCV. It's a bait SCV. He's already got the command center, but look at this. They're actually coming in to get the siege tanks. 2 siege tanks falling. The mass barracks float is also spotted. He's going to get a 3rd siege tank. No, he's going to run into the main base. He's going to see that despite lifting all of his barracks, Sawyer actually doesn't have factories yet. And he's just going to running crazy here. There's actually double armies as well that aren't even upgrading, but they are going to fall straight away. Look at the Cracklings go. One armory falling, the other one's in the corner. I don't know if he knows it's there. He's going to grab the Vulture as well, controlling these units. Even going to potentially stop us from finishing? Not quite. We're going to get the Academy, though.
Oh god, he's tried to do the mech switch with almost no Marines on the map. And I don't know if he's going to manage to get any expansions ever in this game now. It's going to be really hard for him to get his army going. He's only just got some Vultures building now with Vulture speed coming. And the Zerg has the 4 bases that it needs. And loads of drones in the bottom left corner chilling.
Yeah, there were 3 vessels flying around. One of them does get Scourge, and we might lose another one to Scourge here. It looks like, I don't know why he's just flying around looking for stuff to irradiate. I guess he was just gonna maybe think about erasering if you could find a good location, but just losing 3 vessels for free here. And as you said, without a Bioforce. Yeah. Did he get both those lurkers? Yeah, he did at least get the 2 lurkers as well. But without a Bioforce, as you said, he can't get an expansion. He can't actually go anywhere. Random dropship flying to the top left, but it's completely empty, so I don't know what it's doing.
And the double Ultralisk Cavern is finished now, and he's going to just spam crazy amounts of Ultras again like that other game. And it doesn't look like there's any counterplay to this at the moment.
It's in the same location too, I can't believe it. This is his favorite thing to do. Wait, how do I get rid of the unit tab? Guys, look. The classic Michael double Ultralisk Cavern on Circuit Breaker. Oh man. Well, now you know, if you're a Terran player and you play against Michael on Circuit Breaker, you should go send a dropship to the bottom left and kill his Ultralisk Caverns, because that's where they'll be.
And he has super annoying Lings in the top right corner, denying the other main base from being taken, which you really need to get going when you're trying to go mech here. Otherwise, you just can't support a proper mech army without enough gas.
Yes, indeed. Oh, that's actually a really good point as well, because like if you're going bio, the mineral only is fine because you don't need that much gas anyway. But if you're going mech, actually that mineral only base doesn't really count as a full base. So that's quite a problem. But some Marines in the middle of the map have shredded down a good amount of Zerglings, but more Zerglings and 2 Defilers going down to the mineral only here. There's nothing to defend. I mean, obviously he can lift off, but he's gonna lose what little mining he has left. There we go. Right click on the command center. It's going down super fast. Is Sawyer gonna notice? There is the lift. But where are the units here? So few units, even back at home.
What I'm wondering is where are the queens to infest the command centers? I would love to see that. Oh, he's moving in. Oh, on the bottom left corner, and there's no defenses.
Uh-oh. That command center's not a half health though, so a queen couldn't infest it just yet. He needs to scourge that command center for the real stall points. Oh man.
It's like he gets his lurkers just in time to defend the bottom left base, and he's not paying attention, and all the Marines are going down. We lost so many Marines there.
I'm actually amazed that his Marines can still be so effective. He's got a 14 kill Marine in the middle there. Holy moly. 14 kill Marine with 0 upgrades, by the way. That just shows how strong Medic Marine is in general. Imagine if these were 2-2 Marines, how insanely more effective they would even be. But in combination with the tanks, as you said, he is sieging this down. He's actually going to get this gas extractor here of Cheese King and take it back down to 3 gas. Meanwhile, Cheese King taking his mineral only at the top left. But where are the cows? The double Ultralisk cabin's finished, but he doesn't have any Ultralisks.
It looks like he's building a ton of Ultralisks now and a bunch of Defilers to go with them. But the Terran is going to take 6 o'clock here, and if he can actually kill this bottom left base, he might actually come out in a good spot here, surprisingly.
Can the Ultras save the base? They're getting a little bit stuck here. There's a traffic jam on the ramp. Where's the Dark Swarm? There's 4 Defilers here and no Dark Swarm. They actually have nothing to eat. He doesn't want to eat an Ultralisk, obviously. He finally gets a Dark Swarm down. There are Spider Mines late, but it looks like he will save the hatchery. He will save the drones, but he will not save the Ultras. The Ultras getting pulverized by the siege tanks, and there's 3 more Ultras on the top of the ramp, but they're just AFK up there. They can't figure out how to get down there. Oh my god. Meanwhile, though, there's 2 Cracklings in the SCV line at the Terran's mineral only. This is both players going for the jugular. What are these Ultras doing? They just can't get down the ramp. He needs to get down there and save the hatchery. The drones are dying. The hatchery's dying. He finally opens the gate, but all the drones are dead.
Yep, and he's flooding Zerglings down the middle of the map now, looking to try and stop the third once again. He did actually do a Swarm and Ling attack on the third earlier.
Cadenza, there's a 19 kill Marine at the Zerg's bottom left natural. It's freaking 19 kills!
Oh,
but now, the command center, the middle only, no, he lifts off. Alright, the Zerglings are going all over the SCVs. He can actually infest this now if he wants. Vultures are coming down. What a freaking insane game this is. The hatchery at the bottom left does survive. There's still a Marine down there, and I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, he's lost all of his runs to that one Marine, which is absolutely devastating to him because now he's on like 90 supply, but he does have loads of banks, so he could just spam Ultras here for the win. And he has loads of drones that are now mining out in his natural.
Oh man, indeed he is. I'm actually amazed Sawyer is only just now mined out, but he's got a 6 o'clock position. I can actually see Sawyer potentially coming back in this game with plays like that. If he gets a few more 19 kill Marines, maybe, although he's losing control of the 6 o'clock base yet again here. The Ultralisk's just gonna push him away, although his Spider Mine does take down, I think, an Ultralisk and a Defiler. Those pesky Spider Mines really the bane of Zerg's existence here in the late game.
Oh, this Marine is finally going to go down. He doesn't get another kill before it falls. Poor little guy, he was a hero.
If that Marine had 3-3, he would have killed everything there.
Yeah, if he had one medic just to stand behind him and make like this really annoying wall.
Alright, Ultraling moving down in the middle of the map. They're actually going to kill the mines before they pop. No, one of the mines does pop, but the 6 o'clock is denied here. Sawyer effectively only on this mineral only, and here come the Ultraling. Cheese King gonna try and force this to a Game 7 here. What an insane opening series for today's show
matches. The tanks are pretty strong though, and we clean up everything. And the mines clean up all of the lurkers and the Defiler attack from the bottom.
Tesagi, man. Tesagi. Wait a minute, and now Michael's actually mined out his natural. He's pretty much mined out his main. Wait a minute, he had Overlord speed upgrade on the way. No, it actually finished. He actually got Overlord speed, interestingly. Maybe, I guess, to help with the mine clearing. He's taking the he's taking the 12 o'clock as well. And Sawyer does see that, but Sawyer's actually ahead in supply again in this game. He was down like 30 supply at some point, I think, but now he's actually back, and he's rolling out with the mech here. Wait a minute, can Sawyer actually take back this game? I can't believe it. I think Michael might have actually expanded a little bit too late here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, there's so many tanks. I don't know that he has any army actually to defend this base here. He doesn't have any money left either. Well, he does have 13k, but he's only just now spending it. And the Ultras are going to be way too late.
Oh my god, the 2-1 mech army. You know, I was ragging on Sawyer for not having those Marine upgrades, but the mech upgrades are there, and Michael, it seems, just isn't really prepared to deal with the mass mech army. Look at this, he's running in with the Zerglings, but they're gonna get blown up. Only a single siege tank falls on the front, 2 HP on that leading siege tank. That +1 vehicle armor actually helping out a lot. These tanks are actually quite clumped, so a Plague could potentially be good, but he'll probably die before he even gets in range to Plague there. Link's running in the back, but just a few of them is not going to do anything. But there's a big, there's 6 Overlords coming down, but they're all empty though for some reason. Wait a minute, what? I thought that was a drop.
It looks like he's doing some sort of fake out here, which is really strange. I don't see how it's going to work though. Wait, he's actually lifted up his 6 o'clock and flying away. What is he doing?
Oh my god, the fake drop actually works here. Ultralisk cleaning up the tanks at the front as well. Whatever that Overlord thing was supposed to be, it's actually scared Sawyer into floating his 6 o'clock command center towards the Zerg. Wait a minute, Sawyer's just lost his mind here. He's floating his 6 o'clock base towards the Zerg for some reason, away from these Overlords. The fake Overlord drop actually costing Terran one of his bases. I cannot believe that actually worked. And Michael with the mind games. What the heck?
You're always trying to kill the Overlords because he's so convinced there's something in them, but there's nothing in there.
I guess to be fair, he would have needed to lift the 6 o'clock anyway because the Ultralisks were coming in, but that was very, very funny.
Sawyer's actually done a really good job considering he has had no expansions this whole game. I'm really impressed with this sort of value Terran that he's been playing with like 20 kill tanks and 20 kill marines.
Oh man, isn't that the name of the game though for Terran once you go mech, is just value, value, value?
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Tisagi is real.
Oh, and the mines. He's leading with 1 Zergling and 1 Ultralisk, but the rest of them are so damaged, he has to pull back here. Cheese King has pulled ahead by like 20 supply again, and is finally also taking the top right expansion. It's 12 o'clock, even though it was scouted. There's nothing Sawyer could do about it. He's re-droned at the bottom left natural, but now the main mech army is actually rolling up towards the 12 o'clock. A lot of Vultures, a lot of tanks, not that many Goliaths, so a potential Mutaswitch could kill a lot of these units.
He is actually behind in upgrades. He hasn't finished off, he hasn't even started +3/+3 for the mech army, and the Zerg has his final upgrade on the way. But the Zerglings are coming in again to try and deny this base, the only mining base now.
Oh man, what a game 6 this is. 25 minutes in. The mech army actually got pulled all the way back just for 2 control groups of Zerglings. That is not ideal here.
If he can just get 1 queen over there, that's the only mining base.
You really want the infest, don't you?
It would be so perfect. He's not even repaired it, which just, you have to go for it. You just have to in that situation.
You definitely do. It's for the style points. I mean, the thing is, if this does go to game 7, you know, you want your opponent to be tilted. You want that moral victory, right? I mean, how mad he's gonna be if he lost the game because one of his command centers got infested. So you gotta plan ahead in the series. But I mean, Michael's been pretty good with the mind game so far. So I'll
God,
give
we've
him
got a
some
base
credit.
race coming up here. The Ultras are going into the Terran main while the tanks are all shooting away, trying to get into the Zerg bases.
Oh man, big counterattack. Although some of the units getting blown up on mines, some of the units actually getting stuck and just going AFK here. The thing is, even though this mech army is scary, it still does get stalled by the Dark Swarm here, the ultimate defensive tool of the Zerg, just really keeping the Terran back. But look at that Ultra get blown up before the Swarm can even be cast. Ultra Ling, though, taking down the mineral only. The 6 o'clock has been taken again, and since the Terran is attacking along the bottom side of the map, he can easily come back and reinforce the base. This is why Terran Mech wants to expand along their attack path. This command center is on fire right now, but Ultra is coming in non-stop pressure, non-stop aggression from Michael. Yes, he's not being that efficient with his army. He's throwing away a lot of units against the Terran wall, but he's getting his own expansions at the same time. He's not allowing the Terran to really attack him back. And I think this is working out.
And the Swarm is gone now, and that one Lurker might fall here, and if it does, there's no defenses left other than these 2 Ultralisks.
man, that poor lurker is smushed by like 20 tank shots all at once. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Can Sawyer actually bust down this base? There's Defiler. He targets it. No. Wait, but everything's still dead.
There's no lurker under the swarm, and so anything else can actually be splashed to death here.
That is true. Only the borrowed units are not affected by splash damage. Even though Darkstorm prevents the direct damage, these tanks are still doing an insane amount from their 80 damage arc light shot cannons. There's a random Ultralisk in the main base, by the way, Cadenza, that's attacking supply depots. I have no idea how the hell this Ultra got in, but he's actually...
Yeah, there was one other Ultra at his natural that got 7 kills somehow.
What the heck? Alright, well, he got blown up. Oh, man.
The tanks have finally been cleaned up now. And if he can push towards the 6 o'clock, it looks like he might be able to take out the last remaining gas space from the Terran at very least, although he's not actually mining gas from it. He has just now got 1 SCV there.
I'm actually wondering if at some point Sawyer should have split off, like 10 vultures or something, and just gone and killed all the drones with 12 o'clock and the mineral only. Because yes, there are 2 summons there, but you know, with upgraded vultures, you can easily run in and just snipe the drones before they die. But here we go, Kraken's coming in on top of the siege tanks. Not enough support here. Both players actually really dropping down in supply, although Michael apparently suddenly built a whole bunch of stuff, and these Kraken's actually going crazy on the SCVs here. Where is the army? There's a siege tank there. He's gonna try and stack against them, but these are three cracklings going to town on the SCVs. So many SCVs falling. And Sawyer, this has to be the end of the rope for him. He's down to 62 supply against 111. I think we are almost certainly going to a game 7, but I've been saying that for the last 15 minutes, and the game is still not over.
It looks like it should be over when these Zerglings come in, though. They're flooding from all directions, and there's only like 5 tanks to stop them.
Oh man, here we go. Ultraling rolling in. The max upgraded army against just the 2-2. No 3-3 from Sawyer. And GG! Michael takes game number 6, and we are going to a deciding game 7 in this best of 7. I am fairly certain nobody thought this would actually go to a game 7 match. I'm pretty sure everyone would have been voting for Michael here, expecting him to take it. But we are actually going to a deciding game, and I actually don't know who I'm favoring to come out in this game.
Yeah, and that last game was crazy, considering the Terran had almost no mining bases the whole game, just holding on, value Terran.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the 7th and final game in this show match, at the top right position is the White Zerg. We will have the Cheese King, aka Michael.
And in the bottom left corner, in the yellow Terran, we have Sawyer. Who will take this game? The decider.
Best of 7 deciders are so exciting. Man, this is crazy long though. And aren't the finals in Italy at best of 7? Could you imagine if we have like a 2.5 hour best of 7 finals there? That'd be pretty crazy.
Oh god, don't jinx it.
Oh man. Alright.
Oh, the SCV's moving out. Are we gonna see 8 racks?
Oh god, not like this. Dude, Sawyer doesn't want to play another long game. He's just like, please, make it end.
Yep, looks like it's an 8 racks here. And will we see a pull first? Or a hatchery?
Could you imagine if after 2 hours of play, it gets decided by an 8 racks bunker rush against a 12 hatch?
It looks like that's what it's gonna come down to.
Oh man, see, Cat, aren't you sad? Aren't you sad that there's gonna be a bunker rush? Come on, tell Cheese King to make a spawning pool. Cheese King, make a pool. Come on, the cat told you to make a pool.
Nope, this is the last pill timing right now. Oh, he's doing it. Oh my god.
You did it! Cat, you did it! He heard you! This is amazing! Wait, is my cat actually like haunted or something? And now I'm kind of freaking out.
He's actually gone gas as well, right after pill. So it looks like he's gonna 2-hatch build here.
Yep.
Which actually, if you go 2-hatch, you sometimes don't make 6 Zerglings.
Oh, that's interesting. Double SCV coming out, but I mean, I guess at least he'll have to pull into Desperate Sunken or something. By the way, guys, this positioning at the front might look funny, but if you put the second depot at the top right of the barracks and make like a Mickey Mouse face, that's actually a link type wall, I believe.
Yeah, it's definitely a link tight wall with the supply depots on top. Unless you mess up the positioning between the supply depot and the wall, but it looks like it's fine.
And this actually makes 8 racks very strong in this position, or basically any position where you can make a tight wall with 2 depots in the barracks at your natural is a great time for 8 racks, because if it works, that's great. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. You just fall back to your wall and you're A-okay. But we do actually have 6lings out here, so he's immediately going to turn back.
Yep, and he's not actually making any more Marines now. He's stopped Marine production and he's just looking to defend now and build actually a factory, I think.
Ooh. Sneaky Terran strats. Now, we also have 2 Zerglings hold position on Michael's ramp to stop any scouting. Is he going to make a den? It's halfway lair. If he does want to make one, now is the time. I would imagine it's 2-edge Muta though. Yeah. Almost certainly going to be Muta now.
Yep, I would expect so. And their scouting SCV is not going to get in here because there's 2 lings hold position on the ramp. So he's not going to be able to see what's going on.
Now, if you're the Terran player and you see that hold positioned Zerglings, what do you actually prepare for? How does he prepare? Because he's already going for a tech build rather than a fast expand. So maybe, like, does it matter if you're going fast starport? Can you just, I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go for the starport and use the Wraith to scout. But that means the Mutas will spawn at the same time as the Wraith on 2-hedge Muta.
Huh.
So he might not get defenses for the Mutas in time.
Wait, is that it? He's going too fact! Oh my god!
If he throws down an armor here and starts spamming Goliaths, he'll actually be fine, I think.
Is he gonna do that? Or is he gonna do that ridiculous build that, was it Mind did to win his OSL? Wait, did Mind win an OSL or an MSL? He won one of those things, right?
I won an OSL.
Okay, because I remember, it was his game on Andromeda. He 2-facted some Zerg with some stupid. It was like a TVP 2-fact too. He legit made a siege tank and a bunch of vultures and actually just won the game. It was hilarious. Oh man.
He's not got any upgrades. There it's vulture speed, and it's not going to be hitting up the way. The Mutas are going to kill him, I think.
It's a 2-fact vulture build. Eon Zerg actually died to this on a stream last week. I can't remember what event it was. But I guess we shall see if this works. I don't think it's gonna work.
Sends the Overlord in. He sees there's no command center.
But he does indeed. Nothing has been mined. No command center here. Wait a minute. What's going on? Better be prepared. He does have
When
one
he's building
sunken.
the armory. And an engineering boom. But it is maybe too late here. The Mutas are actually spawning right now.
Indeed they are. I mean, I guess if he can get he's building a bunker at the front. I guess if he can get the vultures out and force the Mutas home to defend, because against speed vultures, 1 sunken isn't going to be enough, right? The vultures can easily run past into the main base, so maybe that's his only hope right now. Here come the vultures. 5 speed vultures on the field. One of them actually bugging out and going back into the base, and here we go. They're going to take down the Zerglings at the front here and go straight past. The speed vultures actually will outrun the Mutalisks, and it looks like Cheese King is actually just going to ignore it. But these vultures could kill all of his drones, but he's just going for the counter kill here. Goliath's on the way, Goliath range on the way. He's gonna need to mass repair the vultures with the SCVs, and the mass drone block on the ramp here. Can he get up the ramp? The Sunken is doing as much as he can, the Mute is doing as much as they can, and Cheese King is gonna stop the run by. He's gonna kill all of the vultures, and what's going on in the main base? It looks like no Goliath's out yet. Cheese King might have actually won this series.
Oh god, the Mutas kill everything. He's having to run all of his SCVs away, and he doesn't actually have another command center, so he can't mine that all mount, and he only has these 2 Goliaths that are gonna fall. And GG.
GG! Michael closes out game number 7 in just under 7 minutes and wins the series 4-3. He will qualify for the 3rd season of the bombastic Star League. The Star
Wait,
League
does
with
this
the
count
greatest
as a
name.
qualifier? I thought it was just a show match.
It's called a show match, but actually the winner of each best of 7 does go straight into the Star League, and then we will also have open qualifiers later on to get another 8 players to fill out the tournament bracket. Apparently, I believe that's how it works.